Greetings one and all, and welcome back at Taroko WWII Railways with me, Elizabeth. And today we're going to look at my war diorama, that is the World War II diorama. So please stay tuned, and I hope you have lots of fun with me in this new 8-part World War II diorama setup. So yes, it does not look like much right now. It's just a board on trestles, but it will become something similar like the Castle of Lynn layout, but this will be a mini diorama that can be split into either 2 sections or 3 sections. So if you're interested, please stay tuned, and I hope you as a viewer have fun and enjoy the content. And yes, I'm doing this because I'd like to finish this project as soon as possible and get all the exciting items I got in 1.76 scale onto this diorama, and to also have a little running session with the track that I'm going to install on this diorama. So yes, a lot of excitement ahead for us on this one. So come join me on this journey, and I hope that you as a viewer enjoy the content. Thank you for all your comments, and let's get on with it. So obviously, as you can see here, I've started my planning for the board, and that is always very important. Heights and where you want the track and where do you want the buildings and what else you're going to include. So mine diorama will obviously include a section of a town or village, and with some cars and some buildings, and this will be the low relief buildings from Bachmann that I'm using, and there are many options available. And let's have a look at the few ones that I could get hold of at my local hobby shop, and also a hornby low relief building that I could get hold of. And again, if I lived in the UK, I would not have this issue. I would have a bigger choice, a wider range of selection to go through and to decide on, but I might do with what I can find in South Africa and with the hobby shops, and yes, and then we'll take it from there and make the best of it. So as you can recall, in episode 1 of the diorama of the World War II, I introduced the Nissan hut by Bachmann that I've purchased. And yes, now to place these items all on the layout board and to start the actual layout pre-planning, so before we start doing the terrain and all the war scenes and everything else that's coming along. So we've got to work out where we're going to place the track and what the end result would be and what we want to achieve by this. So placing some of the items that I've already purchased for this project on the intended diorama board, a person can get a great idea of spacing and what we'd like to achieve at the end of the day. And yes, space will always be a problem when you're working with new projects, especially when the intended small diorama becomes more than a board length. So forget about the standard sizing. When you're into the hobby, you are into it and you want to fit as much as you can to make the scene more realistic, and that is where we are at this stage. So back to the drawing board. With everything off the board, we can now start thinking of the plan of how we're going to connect the 2 boards and keep them in position, and then also we can then start planning where we're going to have the track. So first things first, we have to get to the connection, and don't be shy. I mean, for me, I've got to have to ask my husband, Mark, to get involved and help me with this. So if you can't do everything yourself, I'm sure your partner or somebody there, or a friend or someone that's also in the hobby, can assist. So once again, now that I've got the joiners on the board, we can actually plan the distance from the joiner to the track, and then obviously the track to the actual scenes on the new diorama. So as you can see, I left enough space for the hatch to work and the clamp, and then also enough space for the cork for the track as well as for the ballast that I'm going to do. And also this clamp will be hidden by a tunnel, so it'll be a tunnel entrance and exit there. And obviously it doesn't have to be huge or wide or long tunnel, it's just to break the connection, so if that makes sense. Basically just hiding the clamps and giving enough space to operate it. And then moving on, now we can cut the cork and get the cork onto the line that I've now pre-drawn, straight line for the track to be laid on. And this is why the original planning was so important, and you can put as much items on the layout and models as you can fit, or you can use as little as possible, and always remember less is more. But in my case I just want to get everything I have on the wall theme onto a diorama, and that is the whole idea. So the open fields and things like that is not so important for me, but having the World War II planes and other vehicles and men and the American Army, all of that, having everything there would be a great addition to my diorama selection. And yes, and remember also that these two dioramas will fit underneath the Taraka railway, so there's a special section where it can slide in, where I can store it. And yes, and that's how easy it is to get things going and get it together. So if you like what I'm doing currently and you would like to see what the end result would look like, please have a look out for the next episode. Thanks again, once again, for joining me on this venture, and wishing you all the best as usual. Regards, Elizabeth.